Hello and welcome back to another episode of Wargame Hammer Wargaming, and today we're trying out for the first time bolt action. Now I have had a look at the rules, but this is going to be my first play and we're going to see how we get on. Welcome back once again to another episode here on Wargame Hammer. As you can see, we're playing Bolt Action today. It's World War II, and we're going to be doing the first mission, but with a twist. Mission 1 has us doing first contact. This mission introduces you to the core bolt action movement and shooting. Now that's important, but for visual interest, I have put this ruined building onto the layout, and it looks quite nice. Because just move and just shoot is a little bit dull. I want to try and mix things up a little bit. So I've brought in defensive positions from Mission 2. Now, this would normally have 5 units for the Germans and 6 for the Americans, with the Germans beginning inside the ruin. But we're going to be playing with the original Mission 1 rules for the most part. I just want to bring in the rules on cover saves. So, whilst at least half of the models in a unit are within the area of a ruined building, or within the area of cover essentially, all models in that unit gain a +4 cover save. So you would roll for attack, roll for wound, and then roll for save. Very similar to, well, Warhammer, for example. So if we have 2 of those guys there, and 1 is just outside, they're counted as within cover, all of them within cover. If I've shot 1, they're still within cover, they're still within cover. So we're going to start as it is. I've put this in a position where, to be honest with you, the Germans are going to have an advantage. They can get into this quicker than the Americans could. They're going through the door, and it's on their side. I don't have a problem with one side having an advantage. This is a very narrative style that I prefer. It would be one of those situations. So we're going to do this. We're going to see how it goes. So bolt action uses a dice bag to determine initiative. So we should only have 2. There we are, 2 of the initiative unit dice into the bag. 1 for the American unit, 1 for the German unit. They should be within an inch of each other at the start in terms of their coordination. So we're going to put these in the bag. Roll them around a little bit, and then without looking, I'm going to pull one out, and that's going to be the person that goes first. It is the Germans, because that's grey, which matches their uniform. Essentially, grey is Axis, green is Allies. So, the Germans go first, but for this particular game, we can only use run, fire, and advance. Run gives you double movement, but you can't shoot. Advance gives you standard movement, and you can shoot. And fire lets you shoot, and it just shoots. So advance is a great move if you want to get into position and fire, or pull away for something and then fire. Run is to get out of there, or get, in this particular circumstance, in there. So the Germans, they're going to use run on their movement die, on their die in general. So they can go 12 feet because their standard is for 12 feet. That would be a very big board. They can move 12 inches because their standard is 6. So let's see, if I go from here to here. So only 1 of their guys is in. They don't get the benefit of cover. Now the Allies are going to go. Well, I assume the Allies are going to go. Well, it depends on what comes out of this bag. But since there are only 2 dice in the bag, we're going to find out pretty quickly that's the Allies. Now that's interesting. It's gone for an advance when I've just rolled it. And that might be a very good move, in fact. So let's do that. Can we get within range to see them? They can kind of see them at the moment, but they're not going to have the benefit of cover, are they? So we're going to advance. Our objective, Be the first to destroy an enemy unit. This game does not end until they're dead or they're dead. That's how this works. So let's see how we get on. That is the end of the first turn. Put the dice back in the bag. Let's see who goes first this time. I like the idea of essentially you go, I go, but not necessarily because it's all in initiative order. So, Axis going first again. Well, obviously they're going to do an advance to get into here. So, they're now inside the building. They gain the benefit of cover. Since they did an advance instead of a run, we now get to shoot. So what's the rules on shooting? You roll 1d6 per unit that can shoot. Now they have a 24-inch range. Every single one of these is within 12 inches, so they're in. So we need a die per guy. Roll 1d6 per unit per model in the unit that can fire. If they get a 4+, they've hit the target, and then of any that have hit 4+ again to see whether they actually kill. It's a one-hit kill system, so let's see what happens. Okay, all 3 of them have managed to hit, and 1 of them is wounded. Which means immediately one of the guys is gone. The Americans are down. That is a good call for the Germans on that one. Right, let's see what the Americans are going to do. Well, obviously, they're not going to stay out in the open, are they? They're going to try and get rid of this benefit of cover if they can. So, in this circumstance, they're going to advance and shoot. I have considered run. It will get them around the side and get them a better clear line of sight, but to be honest with you, they can already see 2 of those, so that's the only guy that they can't. So I'm going to advance so that they can see all 3. Are they within an inch of each other? No, so I should have gone there instead. Okay, let's move that to there, make sure that they're okay. Right, can they see? Line of sight. They can see the guy on the first floor, they can see the guy on the ground, but the guy that's behind this wall, they can only just see his arm. I don't think that counts. So they can shoot at 2 of them. But there's only 2 attacks anyway, so they can see the majority of the unit. Let's go for it. 2 attacks. They have 2 attacks. Remember, hitting on a 4+, wounding on a 4+. Both have hit. Neither have wounded. And if any of them had, we would then roll again and neither would have managed to get past the cover. So, not great for the Americans. Let's see how this goes. Put them back into here. Right, let's see what we get. Who goes first this time? It's the Allies. So, obviously they're going to do an advanced move to try and get to the position where they can see all of the guys. Let's move to here. And to here, and they are still within an inch of each other, slightly off. There you go. Right, they've moved to there. They can now see that one and that one. This one's behind cover, but you can see the majority of the units. So there we go. 2 of them again. Let's see if we can shoot. Okay, both have managed to hit. Neither has managed to wound. The Americans are not doing too well this time, are they? So this must be the Axis. It is. Right, they're not moving. They've got a great position. That guy can't see these, but those 2 can. So 2 of them are shooting. Both have hit. 1 is wounded. The Americans are not doing well. Cover is important. It is in all war games, you know, but, you know, here we are. So, are we going to only have 1 more round, or will it go further? The dice are back in the bag. Let's see who goes first this time. It's the Axis. Well, obviously they're just going to shoot again. No need for them to move, they've got great cover. Both have hit. Again, it's only 2 of them that can see. And 1 has wounded. Axis victory. Okay guys, that was very fast paced, very cool. I enjoyed every single part of it. It's a fairly intuitive system. 6-inch move, 12-inch for running. Roll 1d6 per guy for shooting. If you get a 4+, you hit. Then you get a 4+, you wound. And if you're in cover, 4+ for save. Very, very straightforward. Easy to remember, fast-paced, very quick. Great skirmish game here. The box set for the starter is straightforward, very interesting. Would I play again? Yes. Would I play with different units like the British? Yes. What am I already thinking of? Perhaps taking some ideas from the battles of Normandy Invasion or Dunkirk, yes, but also some alternatives. I have seen some great 28mm versions of the guys from Dad's Army. I'm thinking, what if an alternative what-if scenario of if Sea Lion had worked and we ended up with the Home Guard defending Britain? So immediately this game has come straight forward to me going, right, here's some ideas. Let's do this. It's a great system. I like it. I'm definitely going to be playing more of this. Will it usurp my beloved Napoleonics or my beloved Warhammer 40,000? Possibly. And I never thought I'd say that. But this is very straightforward, very easy to learn. Everyone could easily, quickly get into it. The rules are fairly straightforward. There's not all of the weirdness that goes on with 40k's special abilities and stuff like that. Although, let's face it, there might be later on in the rules where I haven't quite got to that yet, but I doubt that I can call forth magic demons in the middle of World War II. That is that what that other one is? That something 47 from Wargames? Is that what that is? Or Trench Crusade? Oh my goodness. Ideas keep coming forward. But basically, let's get to this. Is it good? Yes. Will I play more? Yes. I hope you've enjoyed it. Take care. Happy gaming. I'll see you next time where we might have something different.